get this started, huh? Everything looks like it's good. Wait. There we go. All better now. Okay. Free time, right? Yeah. Most people are dead. Well? Free time. Where do I go? I can go talk to Hina. Kyoko's gone, it seems. Didn't see her on here at all. Yep. Alright. Dojo. Hey.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, you have to endure. Endure.
Well...
That's a quote from the famous marathon runner Samuel Wanjiro. But every person's endurance has a limit. Should talk to her for a while? Why not?
Yeah.
I think we need to change a pace. When I think change a pace,
You got it.
I can only think 50 laps in the pool. I changed my pace if we're in the pool. Then we ran back here. Well, since we went to the pool, I think I have another swim thing, right? Somewhere in here. Where is it? There it is. Swimsuit! I can keep this, right? Ultra stoked. Is something wrong, Hina? I've reached my limit.
Just a second.
I'm stuck here. Can't do any sports, can't do anything. I'm sick of it. I want to get out under the sun and do some laps, run a marathon. I want to do some real sports. Hina, calm down, okay?
What the heck?
I can't do anything in here if I can't move around. I'm gonna die like a bunny rabbit. I always heard rabbits die from loneliness.
That's terrible.
Whatever, I'm gonna die if I can't get some proper physical activity. Don't you think that's a little extreme?
What the heck?
You think I'm kidding, don't you? But I seriously can't sit still, you know? Why else would I have joined 6 sports teams in school? 6?
That's right.
Track, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and the big one. The big one. She's got to remain sport but ran out of juice. Probably swimming. Yeah. Don't even care what stroke it is, just get me in a pool under the sky. Isn't it hard to do that many sports, even for you?
Well...
If I can't move, I'll just shrivel up and die. I need a challenge. More and more new stuff to try. A challenge.
I mean...
What I really love about sports isn't winning, you know? It's having to fight and struggle and give it all you got to reach the top. It's that excitement, that fear that you might suffer a heartbreaking loss.
But...
When you finally reach that goal, it's just... lonely. It's lonely at the top, you know? I never really got into sports, so I couldn't really relate to what she was talking about. But I could tell the reason Hina was so amazing was how hard she could fight and struggle. So that's why I want to push myself as hard as possible when it comes to swimming. I want to aim for the very highest mountaintop. The highest mountaintop.
Okay.
Talking about the gold medal, of course. Aim for the gold, even if it means I'm a super gold spaz. Did she just call herself? Okay, but if that's what you want, isn't that all the more reason? If you have a goal, why are you standing around making excuses?
Huh?
Excuses?
Just a second.
When did I ever make any excuses? Sure, maybe we're stuck in here right now, with no way out. But if you really want to make an effort, shouldn't you try to see what you can do in here?
Oh!
That's the challenge. You just made an official challenge.
Yeah, totally.
But I think you're right. If I want to get the gold medal, I have to make every effort I can. I want to become a genius of effort. I bet Ian Thorpe said something like that.
Okay.
I can't go around making excuses just because we're stuck in here. Alright. I'm gonna go do some push-ups in my room. Like, maybe 1,000 or something. Almost before she was done talking, she took off like a bat out of hell. She recovered exactly as fast and strong as I would have expected. Yay, skill point increase. Back to the room. Yeah, I feel worse than I did this morning. My body feels like lead and now I'm getting chills. I think I might be getting sick. Where's everybody at? Well, there's those 4. And I have a feeling they're the only 4 that are available. Alright. Fine then. I guess I'll go see what Hero's up to. Did I get his placement wrong? Where is he? Oh. Duh. Actually, I have never spent any time with Byakuya. Why not? He'll hate it. Scurrying around again, huh? Looking at you makes me physically ill.
That's fine.
Fine. I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. Hope you appreciate this. Spent the time with him. A present. I'm out of my depth. You want this gun?
I see.
Coming from a noble family, I've never been exposed to such vulgarity. I think I'll keep it. He likes the gun. I have a question for you. You do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So to answer my question, I need you to explain to me exactly what your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't really get it myself, but what I do know is I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So in other words...
So you just got in by blind luck. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you, with no unique talent or abilities, could get in here. I forgot to mention boring. How a boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in. Boring? Generic? Did you really have to list it all off?
Naturally.
It's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all, but even... I seem to think it's merely an issue of title. But make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they're all ultimate.
In other words...
Which is to say I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that. He's really taking this to the extreme. You, who have nothing, I, who have everything, we're living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity. Life can be very cruel. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, he left me standing there in silence. I learned one thing about him today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. Let me guess. Oh, I got a thing. Yay. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went back to my room. Poor Makoto. That spooky music. I'm getting the chills. I feel kinda dizzy. I can't help it, I need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. As I dropped onto my bed, I felt like I was falling into a pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, I'm not quite sure I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness, which is all to say. I was restless. At some point I found myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice. It's so familiar. Ah, it's...
I understand.
It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
Fever dream.
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
Oh. That's not good.
Kyoko? What did you say?
Those are a bunch of dots. Every day is peaceful, every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
I still have no idea what those Monokuma data things are all about.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable... yeah. The unfathomable lethargy. They had all disappeared in the night. All that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either, it was also the dream I'd had. The hell was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab on the fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right. I remember last night. Came down with a fever and I couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice I didn't really understand. And then... all of a sudden I was awake. There was a strange person standing next to my bed, wearing a mask. They were holding a knife. I want to say I fought them off, but I don't remember. I felt like my mind has been detached from my body, burning up with fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened. But still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. Next thing I remember... Kyoko was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? Well, I don't see anything. I guess we head out. Is there any way to confirm that was a dream or not? Okay, so there's something in here. My tool set. Huh? It's empty. Wait, nothing? That's strange. because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife I got from Toko in here. Then that means the knife they told me to keep safe. Yeah, I just had a feeling it wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? And who was behind that mask? And why was Kyoko? What the hell is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall. Then I can talk to everyone else about it. Alright, so what's going on here then? Hey there, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto! That's Makoto, sure, it's the sky's blue. Hey, Hina. Anybody else here? No? In the kitchen then? Don't think I need to do anything in the kitchen. You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night? Worried?
I mean...
Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been, you know... I mean, not that that actually happened. I mean, nobody here would want to, you know? So, anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. Why'd you come to get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone else. Then they can tell you all about it. So is everyone waiting somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. The whole night. I lost at rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. The gym? Why is everyone there? The entire night? Alright. This way. Well, the hell happened? There he is.
Huh?
This
Oh, hey, Makoto.
This is worse than being late for your wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral all at once.
What?
To show up now, like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed? Just like Hina said, everyone was there, besides Kyoko. And then I noticed, they'd formed a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was... What the... Before I could catch myself, I cried out. Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
What happened? Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but... What is this? What are you guys doing? Monokuma has been downed. Looks like it's been professionally disassembled. How's that possible? Tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous? Seriously, what were you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Hey, come on.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like you. Byakuya found this little fella laying around, then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
What?
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try and talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma laid there motionless. I guided everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated a disassembly process. It was master stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break it down,
So in other words,
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind, something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror.
Could it be...
Or maybe they got sick or something? But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light conversation.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It looks like an acme bomb. It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger. It appears the bomb is a motion sensor. Any sudden movements, it's sure to go off.
What?
Motion sensor? For serious. I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned. The motion sensor is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
Come on, the century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry and put the bomb down. Hanging on to it's not gonna do anyone any good. Oh, yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. He put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. Eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could that have been? When I thought about it, couldn't help but think back to the night before, being attacked by that masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto?
Hey.
Don't, us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault.
it's all clear now.
To try to uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really.
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance. Wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there,
What?
if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself.
What the heck?
Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You can be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
This is a battle. A fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you gonna do? Gonna run away or you gonna fight? You're right, I'll go with you.
It's all clear now.
Okay then, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, Master, to all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man and I can do this. I've got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the gym. Our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. Hey Taco, try not to sneeze. Let's just do this. It's locked. It's locked, as expected. So, what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious? We're gonna tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
So in other words,
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
what?
we've come this far, we can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. Eh,
I mean,
we're serious?
What the heck?
You don't have any choice.
Okay.
Let's do it, let's rip it down.
actually,
But how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. What about that one thing? Thing in the tool shed.
oh, so then.
Oh yeah, the pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym it was just before 9, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
What?
That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have me... Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? God. Bleh. Well, if it's me and you time, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable. With that, she ran off loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey.
We're serious though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right, you can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. But I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all no. I'm totally flabstaff. Fapsas. Gross, where'd that come from? Wait, Genocide, where'd you come from?
You called for me and so I appeared.
Hello, it's the wondiferous murderous fiend, here to get you with a razor-sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile, the pickaxe. Seeping imbecile, oh master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Here comes the bloody nose. Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factor, but they don't share their memories, they've already gone over this. Think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes, yes.
Ah, light bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we solved one mystery. That means there's just one more left. One more mystery.
Have you reached that certain age?
Yep, now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
What are you talking about? Did you already forget we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
you've gotta be kidding.
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What'd you find? Corpse.
You SOB!
Did you hear me? I said corpse. Corpse.
Yep.
That's right, I found a corpse in the garden. I found a corpse in the garden.
What did you say?
Well then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. Okay. That explains that she saw the blood and then she went bwomp. As we entered, I saw it. I didn't want to. No, but... I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. There's a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the... Are they really dead? For sure, but... who is it? Just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. Whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. Told ya, there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
We need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Like the Monokuma flower. It'll eat me. Alright, whom is this? Need to figure out who this is. No way to tell with the mask covering their face. White coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. I think that's a mystery. One thing I do know. So whoever this was, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How'd they wind up dead here? They have a different... They don't have red nails in your subconscious remembering. Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red, or pink in this case. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood there is still wet. Careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? We have seen a lot of people die. Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. How can you tell?
Well,
I think I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. The more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be. Okay then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. By the time he called out, it was too late. Her hand shot toward the mask. And in the next instant... Oh god! There's a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then...
Come on.
Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. Upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now it's...
What?
burnt to a crisp. It's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat a steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that'll quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that is Kyoko? That can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words...
The mastermind.
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right?
But...
That corpse is a girl. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
So the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? It's the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Mukuro Ikasuba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
Are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
What?
I think you better tell us everything you know. Well, all she told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba... I can't say it. Is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female, that would match the body's characteristics.
So,
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl, Makuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. Did just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko?
What?
Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. You just don't give a shit, dude. She's okay, and in the weird middle state. She survived. Yeah, she survived. What happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I have ever seen. You don't look all that explodey, so you're fucking resilient. You have to focus on the body. Alright. I should take a close look at it one more time.
so,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching it all that much. Not her, after all. Something on the ground. I know, but they're fine. Something next to the body. A key? Is that what Kyoko took from Monokuma? What'd you steal?
So,
This. A key. Looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. Shaped like Monokuma, and it's probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this one is some digital thing.
What?
Did you find something? This was on the ground near the body. I'd never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So, you don't know then? I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
biolab, data center, headmaster's room, dorm rooms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Wait, there's still... Fine. Not Kyoko. Makoto here would just give up immediately, so that's fine. Data center? Headmaster's room probably still locked. Rather. To insert the key, we'll not go in. It looks like a data center key. If I could just remember where the data center is. Data center. This time, it fits. And this is the key to the data center. Oh, that running around paid off. Have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. Couldn't have even stepped inside. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. And we can get in there now.
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go there and find out. I think you're right. Is that their little computer room where they've been scheming and sitting? Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. So when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now. Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? Means I trust you. That's a lie. I'm just being used. Stand far away, Toko. Unless you want to take another explosion. Actually, you're invincible. Get over here. Put my hand on the door, close my eyes, try to clear my mind. Silent prayer, I open the door. Nothing happened. After making sure it was still alive, I opened my eyes. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strange. There wasn't a surface... It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here the fear was lurking beneath the surface. So did that kind of dread.
What?
That's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all the monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. It's all the security cameras. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part was covered. This is
What?
direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. Watch us. Then this room is
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind is here, watching us. And I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had a key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mikuru Gasaba, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind's dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind. Dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So, who was it that...
But
If the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
how about that?
Gotta hurry and find the exit. Come on.
That's enough.
No. We have to check this area thoroughly first. What about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered. So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
State of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
But
Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you.
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The Mastermind's purpose. Why they were killed. This room may hold the answers to those things. After all, they must have spent who knows how long in there. Okay then, let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Oh, so many things. Okay. Why do they have a camera in the camera room? No matter when, cameras everywhere. Okay. Go ahead and talk to people. Why was the Mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity. Purpose. Can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego... You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Big Monokuma door. That's a ridiculous number of monitors. And they've been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. Huh? Look at him go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? Alright, Toko. Please calm down. Door's kind of creepy. Got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. Door's locked. What if you used the key to open the room? I'll give it a try. No good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about the door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't gonna do you any good. He was right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Toga? You're just freaking out. I don't know whether we kill as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here. Still TV. Nothing showing up on this one. Hey, look next to that TV. Is that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is, just like the one my grandma uses. Totally one of those high-def ones. So, if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Gina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
Ah, you're all star for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, I'll work my magic, and you'll be quantum leaping your way into TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about?
You know?
Oh. Ho ho ho. What's wrong? Good news for you all. Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets to the outside world.
What the heck?
They never sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? This is the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring the room, right?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
What are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird.
But
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh yeah, let me try that. You went to read the channel. On every channel it was just us. A live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
There must be some kind of trick to it, some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Huh? 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 Eh?
what?
Been a while, you freaking bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
You're acting kinda strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like 2.5 days at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see the moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that. Almost time to cut off your past, so full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going.
Let me out of here!
We were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point.
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Indeed, the TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well, then I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. The TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But does that mean
What the heck?
it's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here?
Unbelievable.
Ah, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme!
The killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh no!
Camera feeds being broadcast. No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
Heard a kind of creaking. Sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, I might have begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
actually...
What if they already did? Huh?
Yes, indeed!
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell into their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
To take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course!
Oh yeah, there's the little business of...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean...
It's the Monokuma file!
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Can't wait! I can't wait!
And then he was gone. It really was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Kusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Kusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, the body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. Bodies. Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? That's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself. Anyway, we better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? That's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said,
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. God, I can't talk. Bleh. That's how this game works, after all. Well, better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, to the garden. I feel like I should make a save in a different file about here. Time to get started. Need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. Just need to do what I always do. This feels oddly serious. Knife. There's a knife. Is this... Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. Force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, front to back. Does this mean it wasn't the fatal injury? Or does this mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way. This knife looks really familiar. Wait, this is... the knife. That's it. Just like the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding the knife. And the same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. Maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing it? Then maybe I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean she's the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I don't remember anything clearly from last night. Can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. Monokuma flower. Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? I don't think it's related to the case. Some chickens in the chicken coop. Count 4.
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were in there? Of course, there were 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 here now. We're 1 short. So weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens in.
What?
What are you gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore him and focus on the problem at hand. What's up with this rock added to the background music? Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Let's look at a tool shed. Dusty and disorganized. A tarp? Is there a tarp here before? I should look into that. Top is wet, covered with mud. The underside, totally clean and dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. One thing here that concerns me. Alright, Makoto. Making sure there's nothing weird. Alright, what's this? Fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Did the sprinklers go off today? Panel that controls the sprinklers. Set to turn on at 7:30 and Monokuma said the time positively can't be changed. Hold on. So they turned on at 7, right? Then if it was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place before they got all wet. Or after they got all wet. Fragments. Let's check this more thoroughly. There's something weird about these fingernails. These are fake nails. They're really long. Seem to get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing. Looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's one little piece left. Lower half didn't get wet at all. The body blew up the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? And then the top half, okay. Upper half got set on fire. And the top half is also wet. Because of bucket. Just because I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the bottom's still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. Right? Exploded body analysis. It's such a grim thing. Okay. Step away from the dead body. Very well. Hero, anything? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay.
We're serious.
Just thinking about when we first found it. When it was found. Should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7. Headed to the dining hall. Met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Headed to the gym where everyone else is raiding. Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym it was just before 9, so it's probably 9 now. Had to have been right around 9.
You know?
Now you mention it, I think you're right. I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9. My job's done. That's a pretty small job. Good timing. Wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
in other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. He has been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm he was here when I arrived last night. There was no body.
In other words,
Or I can confirm that whenever I got here last night, there was no body. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym throughout the entire night last night. Huh? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We went to the back room in Paris. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. And the ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is her, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. Yeah, I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? His account added. Who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked before it blew up? If I remember right. It's wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. A knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. The Akio said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Thanks, it was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So, thanks, you too. Body before the explosion added to the truth bullet section. The jacket's on there backward, so they weren't wearing it like that unless they're more of a psychopath than it seems like. It also looks like it's covered instead of actually on them. So... knife is still going through it, but I guess they could have technically been dead at that time? If the sprinklers went off, it would have cleaned off most of the thing, made the blood wet again if it was dried. This is gonna be tricky. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found. Somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. Still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really her? If that's true. Was that also her who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. She was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
will simply limit your options. Can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow a room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later, at the last trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. Afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that'd be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry. I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later. Okay, in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Let's check that one area. It looks kind of like the bomb that should still be in the gym. So, to the gym that's the guard. Something in the gym. Oh yeah, it gives me friendly exclamation points. Anywhere else? So that I may cheat. Nope, just the gym. Alright then. Where'd the bomb go? Well, I was laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Just found something. What is this? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. The one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden... Fragments to a dead body. Fragments to a dead body has been updated in Truth Bullet section of the handbook. Checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask him. Alright. It's on the 5th floor, not the 4th floor. This way? Yeah. Think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
Wanted to check her room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me. Walked off without a glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Here we go. Took out the key, slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So, this is her room. Check the covers. It's a journal, but that's obvious. The bathroom. That's not look there. The bed. Nothing interesting. Alright, journal. Something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture him doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
If it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. What? Unless I'm mistaken. Pretty sure I saw something at the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. Alright, that's... back on the 5th floor. You know, if the stairs were all next to each other, this wouldn't be so bad. But, they are not. 6th floor. 5th floor. Why can't I teleport? Alright, guess I have to walk. It would be wise to look around a bit more. No? Surveillance camera. One of the monitors. Thing I couldn't get into. Drawer that does nothing. I have to talk to you, don't I?
What?
You wanted to come here. What is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand her.
Come on.
Can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you go on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier she gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? She gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has happened, so open it. Okay. I opened it and looked inside. Single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Looks like it. Under the sheets. Something to be hidden under the sheets. Part of me didn't expect to find anything. But... what's this? Crumpled piece of paper. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Kusaba.
I see.
It appears to be your profile. Looks like it. Probably the other thing she stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Mukuro Kusaba, fast-sex female ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, she found herself completely absorbed in it. Elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed she joined a mercenary group known as Finra for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mikura's profile added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. Doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. Like one's non-fiction, the other's sci-fi. There's no way even to compare them. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, just as an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I'd hidden a Finra in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Finra Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says the Finra has already...
Found it!
Well, I feel like a hero has become a bit player, and a bit player is becoming a hero. It's you.
What?
Huh? What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me.
Now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? Well, I feel I should point out that you killed Junko in the first, thing of the school. So, let's hold a trial, find you guilty, and then I guess you have to commit suicide. Sorry. In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. That kind of reinforces what I just said. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, back then there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding, are you saying?
in other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
16th student. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone is on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Makes sense.
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Huh? Now that's all you get. Their account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. She wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. That hand wasn't scarred. Not particularly. So on the back of her hand... tattoo. But no. They specifically said they were scars, right? That's why she wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means those fake nails. You're thinking about Kyoko again. Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering his trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means she was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to this game. Why would he tell us that? Why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What?
Hmm.
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. You know, Fenrir is a wolf, and that was a wolf tattoo. Just saying. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect her and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but that's really true. If she's not the killer, then who is? I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. Should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
let's go.
Are you coming? Wooden lockers, use the woodblock keys. Looks like this one he really does got one of these.
I see.
See the locker farthest to the right.
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. Understand what that means, right? I should use the key we found.
That's right.
Just try it. Yeah. Took out the key, inserted it in. Locker accept the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, at a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Well, they're also pointy. Strong pointy sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows. Something else in here. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this is used for. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. But duct tape is related to the case somehow? How could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. That's all the locker has to offer. There's something wrong.
Very strange.
It's odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did a key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on. We need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
Still something we need to look into. Need to do more research on Fenrir. You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Hurry. Just teleporting around. I believe there was a file related to them somewhere over here. He seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Here we go. Quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. That's the same thing. I have no idea what language is this. How'd you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French, yeah, but they can probably recognize it in some extent. Whatever, I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Yeah, by not letting you die by getting it wrong. So far I've already done that, so let's, not talk about debts. Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, their Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They may have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that key members of the group are all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. However, some believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. It isn't. This is our reality. The only people. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. Did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. What could that mean? Her profile has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. I'm going into this thing pretty blind.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena.
Okay.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
Alright.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It seemed that way. Let's go. Oh boy. I don't think there's anything I could have picked up that I didn't pick up. So long as it's not one of those. Fine. This one feels oddly final. Whoa, Yaki and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? It's just two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but I stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 became 10.
Why?
What's going on? Why hasn't he shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
The Demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making... So it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. We heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here. And no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive. That's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When he was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So, you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps. But that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. If I never looking directly at her, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what happens to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Blah. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
Sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto,
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
it would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
If that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, she made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright, class trial time. Here we go. Door slid shut. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears. Dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's not been that long. It's time for pointless jokes and jabs. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. So the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Hiccup. A deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Save the data. Yeah, why not? I don't think I have any new info. Nothing has been a choice thus far, so... What do we have? The Monokuma file. They got stabbed in the neck with Bloom. Burnt the upper half of the body. The lower half was dry. The upper half was wet. They had fake nails. Tattoo of Fenrir. Bomb fragments, but the bomb was gone. The sprinklers to go on at 7:30. We found the body around 9. The knife was found there. Also stabbed him to death. A muddy tarp. A missing chicken. There was no corpse in the garden at nighttime last night. Body had a mask, a jacket on it upside down. Mercura's profile. Monokuma's account would test that there are 16 people. The woodblock key, which led to the thing with titanium arrows and duct tape. And that there is a Monokuma secret tool which grants access to everything. Okay. What's this do? Steadies your aim a little. Oh. Thank you. That should be fine. Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone
God, this room is bright.
besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
She's oddly alive.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Right.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
A lot.
Her traits?
One important trait that proves the body doesn't belong to her. The piercing glare. We didn't see the face, the only thing I had her hands were gloves.
got it!
Sure, why not?
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
But then those fake nails would be in the way of gloves. There's no way the corpse is hers. If we can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. I don't have any choice. Fragments, sprinklers, body analysis, fake nails.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Okay.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Yes, it is.
That Kyoko
Kyoko. Okay, then prove
The dead body what?
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
Come on, Yasuhiro.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Listen, man, he's real dumb.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Alright. Here's the tattoo. It's a Fenrir thing that could take me somewhere, I guess.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Maybe he is staying there at the end? We can't identify it, but do we know about the tattoo?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
Worth checking.
The face was scorched and there wasn't
Wow, I
any
missed
description
all
in
of
the
those.
Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Why did I
right?
skip that? Come on.
if Kyoko really, then who died?
There's gotta be... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description... Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong.
Gonna use the slow-mo mode all the time.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, they'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
That's a hero.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
To compare it to other information, the identity should become clear. Where's her thingy? They said it has changed. Obsessed with military. Every member gets a tattoo.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf. It's a hat, the hangman gambit? Okay, fine. Spelled bigger dog. Where's W? O, L, and F.
Now I understand.
This thing's gonna get difficult at some point, right?
Representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
And they were obviously killed by the 18th.
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, they're gonna let me two suspects. Only two suspects. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Me, Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but What time did we find the body?
Around 9.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
What time is it discovered? 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we just left the gym. It was just before 9. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Go get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
We're right between 10 and 9, and I don't have an alibi from 10 till 7:30. Looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi, I have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Has to be the sprinklers, right?
We've established
There.
a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
It's in a place in the garden. So it happens there every morning.
We've established a time frame for the
But
murder.
there's a lot of times.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for
Yeah, from 7:30.
That's more than enough time to... So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Well,
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere
I'll try it.
between 10 o'clock at night.
hey, what do you know?
Wrong.
I'll take it.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
Jesus
How
Christ.
dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Calm the fuck down, Toko.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I had a bucket. Neither wasn't the sprinklers. You need to hit it for certain evidence. That should do it. Oh boy, not one of these things.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Give me ammo.
I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
I got ammo.
No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No!
Can't get through him. Tab right. There we go.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about
We're fine. Oh shit.
I admit
Fine then.
nothing.
I'll use my space bar.
No!
prove it?
Oh yeah, that changes now. Thankfully it was the right one.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry?
I'm so sick
Oops.
of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
I need to stop doing that.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
She's the only one without an alibi. Which means that Mercura's killer is... I can't say that word. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
I trust you here, Kyoko.
Shut up!
What are we doing?
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
So the tarp we found in the shed. Where is it? Where's that tarp at? There it is.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Kyoko, why are you tossing me under the bus like this?
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To make it seem like it wasn't there during the sprinkler time.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would she say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way she said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something Something's not right.
The underside wasn't all bloody.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about her motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I had to refute what she said. The body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Uh-huh.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Damn it. Wasted. Ran out of time. Do it again. Come on.
By covering the killer prevents.
So the reason that it's because the spring,
But the underside, it was totally
Yep.
because that side, since it was facing, of course.
It didn't get
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Then the underside would have been wet.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Oh? Yeah? Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
There was a missing chicken. Which is horrible.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Right there, huh? Which means they took a chicken. Poor chicken.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
This case is getting weird.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should.
I wonder
Okay.
if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Why do you keep doing that, Hant? Stop skipping their sentences.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
It was backwards.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
And then stabbed him with the knife.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Kyoko, stop this. Or at least explain it to me.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
You're like my one friend down here. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is she trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Let's not.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
You gave it to me.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Why can't we let Togo keep it? Well, we can't let Togo keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what Shu might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Me.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
That's not a real number. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Disguised dead body, body before, exploded analysis fragments, when it was found. What do we got? Got 8 minutes.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just
No, it
because I
doesn't.
had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Hey. I used it to kill her? There's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
The body was all
seals
nice
it.
and
Makoto did it.
clean, relatively.
Just because I had the knife once,
Disguised.
that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Wait. No. They were stabbed, but if they had to coat the jacket with blood, and it wasn't just from the knife wound, then maybe getting stabbed didn't kill them.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's
So that
the same
means
one we gave to Makoto.
it's him saying getting
Really
stabbed.
isn't it? I was afraid of that.
I'll try it.
If he did have
That knife, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic?
Well,
getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No. The victim had been stabbed a single time. You.
I got it!
Saving Monokuma file.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
I don't know if that's the right face for that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
What happened here?
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Did we play with poison again?
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Toko's invincible. She got sent flying.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
As horrifying as that is, I think it was just a Monokuma bomb.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Only one explanation. Fragments.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Can you help me? I'm confused.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Let's see, if I remember the file correctly, it said that they got bonked in the head, were stabbed, and they blew up. Coated in scars, if it was Murakuma, that makes sense. So, I guess a head bonk.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Do I have a secondary wound in my bullets? I do not. Alright. I hear the Monokuma file though, that might be it.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Unless someone specifically mentions head bonk.
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yeah, but that makes sense. So if that's the case, if I use this on the fatal thing, I think that'll make it happen.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Work.
No, that's wrong.
I'm figuring out the game. I've not shot something uselessly yet.
Little girl died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
What kind of pipe, though?
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Not if you hit him in a certain way.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
I also just use a shovel or a rake at that point.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Calm down, Toko.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Just kiss already.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Not offhand, but what are my options? Real murder weapon. Something that can be used to hit someone. Can I hit them with the other end of the knife? Probably not, but I don't know. They did specifically point out that the arrows are just really hard sticks. I really wouldn't use an arrow to hit somebody like that, but given that it's either that or the knife, and the knife has already been yelled at, I guess I'll try the arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
Who doesn't know how to use an arrow?
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Unless they have blunted tips, in which case that makes sense.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
It would still be a piercing thing though, but I guess if it's seriously blunted it might just cause a smashing thing.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
There's some doubt.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
I think so too.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame her for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Bloody duct tape. That's what else is in there, so... Alright.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
I also have the key.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
I think so too.
Back to Master! You have no right!
Weird. There's no doubt it is it. There's more to it.
The titanium arrow.
Okay.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
We're in agreement, apparently.
You don't sound convinced.
So there's some descriptor that this goes on.
'Cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
I guess it's whenever it's too
It
thin.
seems like an arrow would just be too.
Okay,
No, that's wrong.
a little weird. Where's this going? This is difficult.
You're right.
I'm just getting
Just
very
the
lucky.
one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Oh, they taped a bunch of arrows together. And then they... Okay. That's a lot of work, but I respect it.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Still a weird choice.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Go on.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong.
Tape together.
Meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
She's the only one that had to keep it. You, or she had the wooden key, but you're the one that has the room key.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
I trust Makoto though. Not Makoto. Kyoko though. So I could toss you under the bus right now, but I don't understand what's going on here.
What's the matter?
Something obviously weird happened.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Everyone dies.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
But I have the ability to save.
The death of us all, remember?
I can just reload.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Matter of fact, can I save during class trial? I can. Okay, so as soon as I can, I feel like I should do that. Or well, whenever I have an idea that there's something funky going on. We have the woodblock. Where is it? There it is.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
Again, you have her room key.
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
She can.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Shut up.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. That means she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Wait. We have seen those nails before. I think Junko had them in the very beginning. So is it possible that Monokuma is using a corpse? Because they go through and magically spirit us away somewhere. And having us play murder trial over someone that didn't actually kill anyone? Huh. But they were standing there.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Let's give this a listen.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
There's
You
proof.
stated a
I feel like one of these
theory
things is going to be proof.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Because you didn't have the key.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
She told me that she has a magical skeleton
you should
key,
understand that more than anyone here.
but I think she's playing at something.
What are you hiding?
Master would
Let's trust her.
never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
Here's the proof.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
And the room was locked whenever we went there to check it out. He had to unlock it. It's not actually true. There is a clear contradiction in what she just said. A lie. But this isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer. Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what she said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. He's trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim's Mukuro. Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Or lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. Who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Have to decide whether or not to expose your lie. Or run away. Kyoko? I have a feeling, since I failed things once before, it'll let me redo things. I want to see what your game plan here is. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that she mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
Also, the game wouldn't let me save there.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
That's a new sprite.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
What if we don't have a consensus?
Voting time?
I'm terribly confused.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I really don't like that it didn't let me save there. I feel like that's like an actually important thing. So whatever happens here, I'm gonna save it if it continues along. Or unless they murder me here. And then it'll let me replay it, huh? Either way, I'm gonna go back and get the other choice there after this.
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Just bear with me during that, though. Oh god. Why is my face so unhappy? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed!
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, what do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
But you said it was right. So... this is whom you wanted to be accused? Oh god. Well... what happens now? Hello, cutscene. It's gonna send me a nasty message later. Because a bot really fucking hates me. Let's see what you got in store. Oh. Learn. Learn. Oh, God. You know, not your most imaginative, really. I don't like this. After school lesson. Are you holding your breath? Don't do that. Math and the Crushinator. This is bullshit. Alright. Alter Ego, you're alive. Take that, you damn bear. This is gonna hurt really, really bad. Uh-huh. What's going on? Was that? It had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all the hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. Still not enough. I'm not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. To the entire world. Is he gone? Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. You're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Let me get to a part where I can save it. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. It has a total of 5 floors. Looks like a lot more. They're not real. Hope's Peak Academy. Brings in top students from every field imaginable. Government-funded school privilege. Say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. Or to be attending high school, be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. I'll reread the intro. Why not? Standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Yeah. What? Where am I? Woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class, but... What was I doing asleep here just now? Wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck's going on? Gah. This is new. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful. What an awful smell. It's a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit? Heck of a situation to find myself in. And that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna be stuck here till I wasted away and died? Can't let that happen. And then after what my good friend went through to save me, I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. He used the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival had begun. First, time to start looking for a way out of here. We will get to that after. Let's see here. This is my main. And there's no nice autosave between now and then, so... Oh well. Wait, can I chapter select? Nope, chapter select is gonna be an entire chapter. Alright. So let's do this thing again, while holding control like a man.
Let's begin with
Let's
a
see if I
basic
can remember
explanation.
what everything was. Her gloves.
I got it!
fake nails on the must have been wearing gloves. Come on. We're hurrying.
Kyoko, there's... Okay, then prove
The dead body was...
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing... Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
We'll blitz in this.
No, that's wrong.
I want to know what the other choice is. What does being an idiot get me? And if it's just a standard fail state, then I feel like an idiot. Tattoo identification, I think?
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Then who died?
it's gotta be... I don't think so. The face when there wasn't any description. You can't identify the body.
No, that's wrong.
Zoom! Mercuros thingy, I think was first.
I got it.
Yep. What's Fenrir? It's a wolf. I don't think I can make this go any faster. Can I? I can. L. F.
Now I understand.
Let's keep at it. Super speed. Me and her.
I got it. You... Oh,
This one, when is it discovered? Night.
I got it. The...
And then I think that this one's shooting the 10 with sprinklers, if I'm remembering this thing correctly.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Kind of a decent amount of things
It took
to
place
try to recall
somewhere
here.
between 10 o'clock at night.
No, that's wrong.
What happened next? Oh god, one of these things. I forgot.
I admit nothing. No!
There's no speeding this up.
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm
Reload.
sorry about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
The reloading mechanic sucks.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
It's gonna run out really quick. Oh, nope, okay, good.
How can you... This should prove it.
And back to zooming. I could find that Toko line that I skipped. But I just skipped it. Oops. Zoom! Seen at the body. Blah, 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 tarp. There it is.
I got it.
Body before. And dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting...
So the reason the top was the spring, but the underside, it was totally split because that side was, since it was face, of course it
Didn't get dirty.
What the? Oh no! It took away my screen! You damn.
body with the
Say
tarp.
that.
The killer prevented it from getting
Ugh.
out.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was totally. It's because that side, since it was faced.
Of course it didn't get dirty!
I don't think it liked me holding control and doing that.
By covering the killer prevents.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was.
Back to the
totally
last one.
because that side, since it was faced. Of course.
Slow
It
time.
didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Some of these voices sound oddly normal whenever I slow them
Actually,
down.
One side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Which makes me think that a lot of the voice stuff for this was just sped up to make their voices sound higher. Maybe I can point it out the next time. Except for Yasuhiro. This is the chicken.
I got it.
The chicken blood. Zoom.
No, not.
Flashbacks are really slow to get through. Weird. And then I got the new thing. The fact that it was disguised. I think this one was getting stabbed.
The knife we
Something
found
about
lodged
stabbing.
in the dead body. It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife once?
That automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on.
Getting stabbed in the same spot. I can't remember. Is it the Monokuma file? Yeah, because that said they were only stabbed once.
I got it.
Come on, recollection, don't fail me now. I think we have too much left to go. How did it blow up then? It was the fragments. I had to abduct one at some point in time. Then shoot fatal injury with it. Is that one coming up now? Because I don't think we used these. Used it with the third one. Yeah.
Then shall we continue the victim's fate?
And the one I needed to grab was on the
well,
end.
yeah.
And it wasn't even then.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
And more than that, the
Wait,
victim
no,
had
there it
suffered
was.
countless wounds across her
Yasuhiro's.
Then shall we continue the victim's fatal?
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you because of the wind.
Oh yeah. That's gotta
Could be it. There was evidence that showed she was
hit on the back of her.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Take it this thing.
Then shall we continue the victim's fatal injury has yet to
to be determined, correct?
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Zoom. And then the real weapons were the arrows, which are there.
I got it.
They duct taped them together. I'm trying to get through as quickly as possible, I swear.
the titanium arrow.
Damn it, too far.
It was in the dojo locker, right?
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound.
Well, it said
Too
the
thin.
weapon must- It seems like an arrow would just be.
No, that's wrong. You're right.
If she went to it, woodblock key. And then Kyoko talking about her own locker key.
Last night.
And Byakuya's thing. And then we're back where we were.
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would
There's proof that you... Is
Yep,
that
yep,
your...
yep,
You
yep, yep.
stated it. You said I hid and then left.
The locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would
There's proof.
That you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
And then call her out like an idiot. Which I have to imagine ends up her getting her just murdered. Okay, Makoto, let's see if honesty is really the best policy.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
She's definitely lying. It must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Her account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
It's that one.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there.
That's the only explanation. I didn't have because I'd given it. There's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten
Into my room.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't...
So her plan was to trust Makoto to trust her enough to let that happen? That's a lot. Like a lot.
Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
It's you damn bear. Good job. You got it right. Oh, it says the same thing no matter what? You just wanted either her or I out of the way. Brilliantly right. You got it right. Does that mean she really is the killer, but something strange is going on here? There's something wrong with this whole trial. Kyoko,
then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Hello, second cutscene that will have an angry bot scream at me. Nice to see you. Please don't kill my archive this time. I'm not okay with this. The same execution? Is it gonna send her down the chute? Not extra special at all. Monokuma, I'm disappointed in you. Please don't show her panicking. Alter ego. You there? Buddy? And that's how the class trial of Mercury Kasaba came to an end. So I wonder whether she was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever, even from me. I just stopped thinking about it. As the end of Mercury's class trial, and in the end it proved to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained a peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. God. Peace, but only inside the school. Only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I guess it wanted me to choose honesty as the best answer? No. Gonna see if I can run away. Running away isn't gonna solve anything. I have to disagree this time. Alright, well. I'm gonna reload. Regardless. I should have picked Pursue. See if they had a new thing. Alright. Alright, well, we'll continue again from where I originally saved the game. Now that we know what the other option is. Yeah. Toss me in the trash, but Alter Ego saved me. It's something, I guess. Gonna go ahead and call it here, though. So. What day is it? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like this is gonna take place again on Sunday. Other stuff until then. Until next time, though. Be seeing ya.